Vast throngs of demonstrators in Zimbabwe have called for President Robert Mugabe to quit immediately. The 93-year-old president, who is believed to be under arrest at his private home in Harare, a well-guarded compound known as the Blue Roof, is reported to have asked for more time in office. He has been deserted by most of his allies, with others arrested. The ruling party has turned on him, asking for a Central Committee meeting this weekend to recall both him and his wife, who heads the Women's League of the party. Impeachment is also a possibility when Parliament resumes Tuesday, local time. Many Zimbabweans believe the most likely candidate will be Emmerson Mnangagwa, a former vice president with close military ties whose dismissal by Mugabe triggered the intervention of the armed forces, which sent troops and tanks into the streets this week, effectively taking over the country. The increasing presidential ambitions of Mugabe's wife Grace, a polarizing figure who denounced Mr. Mnangagwa amid a factional battle within the ruling ZANU-PF party, alarmed those who feared a dynastic succession. Leadership is not sexually transmitted, read a poster at the Harare rallies. Other signs denounced Gucci Grace, a reference to the First Lady's record of high-end shopping expeditions outside Zimbabwe, which suffered hyperinflation in the past and is currently struggling with a cash shortage and massive unemployment. The discussions over Mr. Mugabe's fate come ahead of a key ruling party congress next month, as well as scheduled elections next year. Even as concerns remained about who next would be in charge and what freedoms might be available if the military lingers in power, or if Mr. Mugabe's recently fired deputy leads a new government, people reveled Saturday in the rare chance to express themselves freely. The common enemy is Robert Mugabe. That's for starters, Talent Mudzamiru, an opposition supporter who was born soon after Zimbabwe's independence, said. Mr. Mudzamiru had a warning for whoever takes over Zimbabwe: if the next leader does the same, we are going to come out again. In Harare, people ran through intersections, raising their arms in triumph. Young men shouted, laughed and embraced. Others danced on top of moving buses. One man stripped to his underwear and danced on a car roof. Some marchers had posters with an image of the military commander who swept in to take control, with the slogan, "Go, go, our general." Marchers handed flags to soldiers, who accepted and waved. "It's like Christmas," said one marcher, Fred Mugabe, who said Zimbabweans have been suffering for a long time. Veterans of the long war against white minority rule, once close allies of Mr. Mugabe, took part in the demonstration, along with opposition activists who long have faced police crackdowns by the Mugabe government. Thousands gathered for speeches at the Zimbabwe grounds, where Zimbabweans gathered to cheer Mugabe's return from exile in 1980 after the Liberation War. Elizabeth Sithole, 60, said her husband died in 2004. She lives with her children in a two-room apartment and her business selling vegetables has collapsed. On Saturday, though, she had a big smile while standing near soldiers in downtown Harare.